Everything ready on your side? I'm good to go.
Two thumbs up from Central SA.
Okay, cool. Um, I'd like to say good morning to all you guys for joining us today. My name is Music Media Programs Officer Tony Sloane. Today I will be joined by my prestigious guest, Werner Schmidt. So he's going to be our guest today, taking us on a conversation about how to be an entrepreneur, the journey, and all the ups and downs that one encounters when they start their own business. Without wasting any more time, I'll just hand it over the session to him so he can tell us more about himself.
Thank you, Muzi. And just to confirm, can you see the journey of an entrepreneur at the top of your screen? Fantastic. Righty. So once upon a time, in fact, it is the present moment, we were gathered here today around a very large virtual table at 22 on Sloane, Africa's biggest startup campus. And as many of you will know, 22 on Sloane is always interwoven with the Global Entrepreneurship Network, or Gen Africa. They actually form the masthead for Gen Africa. So what a wonderful opportunity for these two brands to host another brand, my personal brand, 123CY, startup coach and brand discoverer. And I've also brought along stories and content that I've developed with my partner, the UFS Business School. And if you look at the bottom of your screens, you'll see our two brands being hosted by the generosity of 22 on Sloane as well as Gen Africa. So I'm going to ask all of us to select three things we can see, three things we can hear, and three things we can feel. You know, like your hands on your lap, your feet on the ground, your clothes touching your body. Now I'm going to ask us to select two things we can see, two things we can hear, and two things we can feel. You know, like your lips touching each other or my hands touching the djembe. And now I'm going to ask all of us to select one thing we can see, one thing we can hear, and one thing we can feel. So I'd love to welcome you to a conversation. As you can read with me, a conversation with you, the startup, the aspiring entrepreneur. And I love starting things. That's why startup coaching is so close to my heart. I'll be starting the conversation today. When I prepared for today, I thought, should I focus deeply on one or two or three aspects? Or should I invite my brothers and sisters into a beautiful chaos, into each one's own chaos, into their own river of entrepreneurship, to get into the water, to start swimming, to start rowing, whatever you want to do in your entrepreneurial waters. And I thought, yes, let me create a cloud of creative chaos, with stories, with poetry, with rock hard business modeling content as well, everything interwoven and slightly chaotic, to invite all of us to a state of innovation, all of us to a state of gap perception, etc. Because that's one of the key disciplines of being an entrepreneur. So yes, we are indeed at 22 on Sloane via Zoom, virtually speaking. And once again, Muzi, thank you for all your trouble in bringing all this together. And also a beautiful networking story of how the executive head of this campus, and I've practiced his surname, Kizito Okechukwu. I think I'm 92% there. But Kizito and I connected on LinkedIn, and this most beautiful gesture from his side, I don't know whether he looked at my profile, but he said, hi, thanks for connecting. My email address is at 22onsloane.co. I thought, wow, what a lovely way to say, hey, let's have a conversation. We started the conversation, and here we are today having a look into the journey of an entrepreneur. One of the greatest buzz themes in the world of today. So you'll also see my favorite day, Tuesday, at the bottom. What will we choose for our day, brothers and sisters? Some forthcoming attractions, your conversation menu. Without going into too much detail, I'd like you to invite your inner eagle to rise and glide over the conversation menu. If you were not yet fully convinced that it will be an interwoven mixture of creativity and theory, then I think this should give you more proof that it will be an adventure.